Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Unpredicted Party, the only Middle-earth TTRPG that will finally answer the question, why didn't they just take the Eagles to Mordor? And we are one step closer to answering that question. I am Don Marshall, your humble lore master. Around me are my internet friends. Say hi, internet friends.
Hi, internet friends.
We've got Max Randolph, Tori Fox, Zach Smith, and 6 million spiders in a skin suit, Charlotte Moore Lambert. So,
Hi.
Before I do the recap, a couple of people to thank. As always, we are using the One Ring system from Free League Publishing, and we'd like to thank our sponsor, The Rook and the Raven. You can go to therookandtheraven.com for all of your TTRPG note-taking needs. Meantime, we have to thank Sarah M. Shunky. She is at Sarah M. Shunky on Instagram. Battle maps are done by Little Wit the Cartographer, and the music is done by Cullen Vance, and the Paths of the Dead is created by me. Is everybody ready to go?
Oh no. No, I don't think
right.
so. I mean, I was until you said it like that.
Yeah.
Let's go. Last we left off, you all made a plan to head to the Paths of the Dead, not before meeting up with Bilbo and discovering that one of the books you created, or excuse me, that you got from Isengard was actually a potential alternate river route to Mordor. It's going to take some decoding, but you left the book itself with Bilbo. It's almost like a travel guide map, and you made your way alongside Elrond into the Paths of the Dead. We got some hints that Halloweth actually knew Elrond's grandfather, Tuor. And then we made our way into making maybe a new tree friend for a bit, as this sort of Leshen type creature of both the animal and the leaf related. I was going to say botanist, but that's not the right word. Charlotte will correct me in probably 30 seconds. But a couple of things also came up.
I don't know what word you were reaching for there.
Plants and animals.
Are you just talking about living things?
Yes, but the difference between plants and animals. No, just like...
Oh, like flora and fauna?
That's the one. Thank you. Okay. I knew she'd know it. See?
Max knew it too. We all knew
I was
it.
over
You
here
were
saying,
just...
Oh, everybody's
Three
just so
times,
much
damn it.
smarter than me. Okay. Anyway, when we last left off, Gorge talks now. Yeah, so Gorge talks now. You used Gorge to potentially track the scent of Arwen, as Elrond had a little piece of cloth that he keeps with him at all times. It is a piece of Arwen's children's clothing, is like a little sentiment. Things to remember from...
Wait, can I just jump in for a sec?
Of course.
That means he's been schlepping that thing around for like 2,000 years.
Yeah.
Like that's a well-maintained piece of fabric. That's all I'm saying. Like
Elves, man.
Yeah.
Elves.
Yeah.
A couple of things before we get started with today's session. Number one, Beery, you had the idea to tie elven ropes to everybody. So I would like you to please, in the rest of this session, as long as you are tied up, mark yourself down with advantage on any travel or explore checks for you.
Oh.
Tanel, you rolled, if I'm not mistaken, a Gandalf right before Gorge started talking.
Yes.
So please go ahead and take advantage on your next awareness check as well. Since we didn't get to that portion, I will still sort of describe it to you as the scene happens. Tariel, you were going to make an enhearten check. That I think
Was I?
You
I
said
was.
you were. Yes. Zach, I don't know if you were planning anything in that moment, but you did make a stealth check. You were pretty far ahead. I believe this was either before the ropes or during. So we work that out.
We got attached, and then I know we had a marching order, and I was in front, and that's all I really remember. And then I remember Gorge speaking.
Yes.
And
yes.
I think I had decided not to make my enhearten check because I was initially going to do that to try to like perk up Elrond. But then I think the discovery that Arwen is around here somewhere kind of did that.
Well, it's not clear if Arwen is around here.
Oh, okay.
The reason I think Gorge said yes, or at least what I was trying to get across, is he can potentially track it. I'm gonna just set the scene for you all here, if that's all right. Does anyone have any questions before we dive in?
No, I want answers.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
So, you're all in the paths of the dead. It's dark, it's cryptic. Beery, the one light from the stolen lantern that you have out is really your only light source. You can kind of see the reflection off of Elrond's armor, which is pretty bright. But you would all watch very swiftly as Elrond pulls out a dagger from seemingly nowhere and holds it to Gorge's throat. Servant of the enemy.
Oh.
No.
No.
I get a moment?
You can have a moment. I will allow Beery to go first.
There's no words being exchanged. Beery has the shield, doesn't he? Or does he have the hammer?
Yes, you have the shield. You got it back.
He's gonna get low and he's gonna bulldoze that freaking elf into the clouds. I mean, just booms, send him up and out.
Okay, go ahead. This is gonna be
like a body check.
Yeah, let's call this a contested athletics check with
Is this after he
fast.
spoke?
Sorry?
Is this like right after he spoke?
Yes, this is going to be right after he spoke.
I'm
so
pancake this freaking elf.
Yeah, I will make a roll for Elrond. You have to beat that's 10. You have to beat a 17 on your athletics check.
Okay.
Unless you would like to enter combat and pick a phase.
Yeah. Okay, so this is what I'm at least attempting to do. It's a bit
ahead.
of parry and like a little bit of protection. You know how he usually goes into the defensive pose. Is there like somehow like a meeting of those two actions somewhere under your ruling? Obviously.
Yeah. Describe it for me again.
Well, you can take up the gosh, where's my card?
The defensive
stance? And the combat task to protect. He's going to pretty much try and
protect a companion as a battle action. Okay, so strictly
And-
speaking, that is a combat only.
Okay.
But I think if we want to play it like this, if you want to do that, I actually will forego that roll. Go ahead and make a protect companion roll. And tell me what you get. Because I think you'll want to try and beat Elrond's parry score if that's what we want to do.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. You know what? We're using a hope point on this one because Gorge is the most precious boy.
If anyone else would like to, you can
fair.
also use a fellowship point as like maybe helping Beery or drawing Elrond's attention. I'll allow that if you'd like to.
This I'm linking into both Dark for Dark Business, Durin's Way, and Stoneheart. They all just kind of link up. So I'm gonna just grab all of these dice now.
Yep.
Damn, Elrond, you have no idea, man.
It's
really
a great image. It's a great
now.
image of going servant of the enemy.
Yeah.
And he's
I
down.
did roll an Eye of Sauron, but he has favor.
Oh
my god. Which is a 2. Okay, so here we go. There's a 6 on the table. Let me do a little bit of arithmetic here.
An Eye of Sauron and a 2. Ooh.
As long as he beats it.
Even with a 2, 27.
Oh.
Max, Elrond's parry score is a 22. The three of you watch as this happens in a blink of an eye. Gorge talks, knife out to the throat. Beery clobbers Elrond. Full body. Like, are you full body going into this thing?
It's kind of just getting low, like doing like a running charge, and then just whack, driving with his shoulder, but then pushing through with his arm. And he's going to chase him as he flies through the air and loom over him with his shield kind of to Elrond's throat.
Okay.
Kind of Captain America style.
Okay. With a 27, I'll say that can happen.
Okay.
The rest of you watch as this happens, and immediately you hear Gorge go, Beery, wait.
I love him so much.
Aren't we all attached? Sorry, aren't we all attached to this rope?
Oh yeah, you're all jerked forward. Like,
oh,
it's
cool.
not a
Okay,
fast
I did
run,
wonder.
but you all, I mean, you've got enough slack. But like, yeah, you're all sort of feeling the pull of
The
this.
slack would have ended when Beery has momentum built up.
Yes,
Perfect.
yes.
I was thinking the slack would have ended when Elrond went sailing 10 feet
Oh
in the
yeah,
air.
you know what? That too. The three of you make athletics checks for me.
I was gonna say, I think an athletics check is in the
let's make some
future.
athletics checks for the three of you to see if you can.
This
Lord,
is
Oh, that'll be
Lord
funny.
of
Not
Rivendell,
also
more
get
like
launched.
Lord of Trip and Fell.
Oh my god.
My failure works because Tanel's eyes are still closed.
Yeah, she didn't open her eyes
Oh,
when
no.
the pig started
you were
talking.
you
gonna
know what?
guide
You're
her.
right.
You
You're
were
right.
gonna guide her. I mean,
Yeah.
I was. Well, and I considered that too, but then I figured that like once she heard Beery talking,
Yeah,
she would have
you
been
can-
like, what?
Yeah,
You can
no, you're
reclose
right.
your eyes and get that advantage back. Okay. All right.
Okay, athletics check. All right.
Who passed?
I passed mine.
Okay. Tori,
I did
no.
not
way.
pass.
Okay. So to
It's-
paint the scene here, there is just Halloweth connected by a rope standing. The rest of you are on the ground. Just completely toppled over. Yep. This is the anime dog pile where they're too cheap to animate all the bodies, so it's just like a thing, like a mound of
just a dust
flesh.
cloud.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and there's a level of darkness and just ferocity that Beery doesn't unleash very often, and he's looming over Elrond, and just he tells him, don't you ever threaten Gorge again.
You heard him. He can speak.
What? You heard him too?
We all did.
Beery, we all heard him.
He
I
perks
also
up.
heard him.
What?
You can all hear me.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh dear. Something very bad has happened. Beery, let Elrond up quietly and slowly, because around you, you're all still hearing the clang of metal on a mithril shield as that sound continues to reverberate off the cave walls.
No.
Right. Kind of at least attempts to help Lord Elrond up and dust his ass off, and
Elrond does not take your hand, and in fact, he still has the knife in his hand and is glaring at the pig. And he looks at Beery and goes, the creature golem spoke of things whispering in his ear, talking animals, servants of Gwaihir.
never
risk it.
Gorge.
We cannot risk it.
No.
Beery.
No.
My Lord Elrond, the animals that we heard speaking had Gwaihir's voice. We have heard them speak as well. We encountered wolves on the fields of Rohan, but they distinctly had Gwaihir's voice. That is not Gwaihir's voice.
That's our friend.
What do I sound like?
You sound
You
like
sound
a pig.
you.
Yeah.
Bizarrely wise.
Thank you, Halloweth.
Hmm.
What's happening? You're not. This isn't. What's happening?
Do you usually speak to yourself? Do you hear yourself speaking as... Can you understand yourself, usually?
I think so. Most of
Right.
it's instinctual, but I have an instinct to what's happening.
Can I make a lore check to see if
make a
I
lore
would
check.
know? Because
Make a lore check,
if,
yeah.
if this
Beery
has
scurries
ever
over to
happened
his
before.
pal.
Grabs
him by the tusks.
You're a first age elf. Take it. No, you already have favor, and make a lore check. You're good.
Okay.
Barry, what are you doing?
He grabs Gorge by the tusk. I've always known that you were a magical pig.
Well, I didn't. So that makes one of us.
Yeah. Gives him a hug. And then but also just giving Elrond a just bombastic side eye. You're a magical pig.
Apparently so. Halloweth, what'd you get on that lore check?
I got 31
All right, cool.
with a 6.
Cool. Wow. Okay, so as a first age elf, you would remember the tale of Baron and Luthien and Huon the Hound that spoke 3 times.
Yes.
You would also, though, remember that talking animals are not necessarily out of the realm of possibility. They are just extremely rare. You would also know, though, that talking animals are way more common now, but that the voice that that Gorge has is not the voice you would recognize as Gwaihir's.
Mm-hmm. So this is not uncommon, but why now? Would I know potentially what has caused us to all of a sudden?
You said you roll. What did you roll?
31, which is
with a 31.
20 above my target number.
You know what? From a lore perspective, I don't necessarily know if that is clear to you. Or rather the exact answer. There are multiple reasons why this could be happening, but from a lore perspective, I don't necessarily know if you have an exact answer yet.
Okay. This is unprecedented and a mystery. I do not know how this could come to be.
It's incredible. We've had conversations in the past, but that was like, I was having a bit of a trip around the campfire kind of a thing. But now you all can hear him too.
It is an exciting prospect for sure. However, this has happened for a reason, be it fair or foul. I suggest we stick together and continue on. Gorge, if any, how it takes a moment to be like, I can't believe this is happening. This is a bizarre change of events. Please lead on. And he turns to Elrond and says, kind of gives a nod of, my apologies, the pig is a friend.
So it would seem.
I wouldn't look
make
too
a
far into
persuasion
it.
check for me on that one, Howard. That's gonna be a persuasion check.
Tariel gets up and so she's like dusting herself off as she stands up and says, my Lord Elrond, you've seen stranger things in your day, have you not?
I have, and yet it is typically not when we are in such peril, and so directly linked to that peril.
No? What befell your mother?
I passed my persuasion check, by the way.
Fantastic. I was going to say, Charlotte, make a persuasion check with advantage, but I think with Hallowith's words and your mother's your mother comment.
Your mother's a bird, dude. Your mother's a bird. Like
he's gonna look down at Gorge and say, we shall trust the pig for now. But just know, at the first sign of trouble.
Yes, he will be executed. Let's move on.
You are all so calm about this.
Haleth actually isn't, but there's no sense in panicking. So this is weird. He doesn't like the fact that this is something he does not know. He has no idea what's going on, but there is no time to ponder. We have to be at Gondor in 8 days.
Yeah. There's also like a from Tanel as well. Like, why are you guys so calm? Like,
of course. I've also tripped and was in Beery's body for a while. This is like,
it's
true.
I've seen some weird shit on this journey.
Yeah.
And just is sort of one more like kind of passive aggressive way to remind Elrond that things are proceeding, at least according to some kind of plan. Tariel turns to Gorge and says, Gorge, can I call you Gorge? Is Gorge a name that you prefer? Do you have a name for yourself?
Gorge works.
Gorge is good.
Gorge is good.
Do you still have the scent of the Lady Arwen?
Well, I did lose it after Lord Elrond, my lord. And you watch as Gorge just gives the tiniest little boar bow it's not quite getting down on his knees, his little piggy knees, but like
A little snuffle,
just like a little snuffle down to the ground.
Oh, Halworth needs so much elven wine after this.
My dwarven heart's gonna explode, Don.
Elrond eyes every one of you very suspiciously, but persuaded by good rolls and the reminder that his mother was a bird for a hot second. That's canon, by the way, for anyone that hasn't read the Silmarillion. Just look up the name Elwing. A little bit
It's
on
right
the
there
nose
in the
there,
name,
Tolkien.
man.
Yeah, it's a little too on the nose there, John, Mr. Rolkeen. Elrond concedes and says, right, picks himself up, and brings the scent of this memento to Gorge again. Gorge very cautiously gives a little sniff, and Gorge says, "It's nothing here, but perhaps further in. How long ago was she here? Days, weeks?
Only a few days, I think. I don't know how far behind her we were.
I think it's been a couple of
Weeks?
weeks,
Okay.
probably, actually.
Right. Further in then. All right. So, are you guys ready for your next series of rolls as we make our way through the paths of the dead?
Yep.
Further up and further in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same plan that Tanel had earlier. She's going to close her eyes and
Right.
let the target
So,
lead her.
marching order, Halloweth, you're going to be making the stealth checks.
Yay.
Tanel, you're going to be making awareness checks with advantage.
Yay.
And the corridor is not wide enough for Tanel and I to go side by side, is it?
It's not necessarily a side by side, but you can bring her along with you, almost like slightly behind. Like it's
Okay, I
not
just
quite
kind of want to
shoulder
be
to
like
shoulder.
maybe steering her a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd say that's fine. Okay, so Halloweth, you're making the stealth checks. Tanel is awareness.
Yep.
Tariel, you're the guide, so I'm gonna have you make either an explore check or a scan check to make sure you don't trip, whichever you would prefer.
I'll go with scan.
Okay. Beery, would you like to have a particular scan, or is there something you'd like to do? Are you following alongside Gorge, or is there something in particular?
Is Gorge leading the pack?
Gorge, I think, is going to be up with Halloweth.
But he doesn't want to give everyone away. So I think we can see a really cool, unlikely couple, little team of Halloweth and Gorge just kind of take up the front.
Okay.
I think Beery will be buried in the middle somewhere.
Okay.
And
right, because you've got all of the ropes tied to you. So you'll be our center anchor. And then Elrond will bring up the rear.
Holding up his little lantern. But he's scanning for the rocks, the carvings, the footpaths, any like secret corridors. He's mainly looking for stuff like that.
Right. You're already favored in scan, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So here's what I'm going to have you all make. You are each going to roll your respective roles. It is less about all of you succeeding and more about how you succeed. So if one of you fails, something might happen on a particular roll. If all of you fail, something else may happen. If all of you succeed, you can potentially progress to the next portion, no problem. So, Halloweth, go ahead and make me a stealth check. Tanel with an awareness. Tariel with scan. Beery, I'm going to have you make scan, but I'm only going to describe things about the rocks to you. So Tariel
that's
may
all I'm
get
looking
information that you don't have in this moment. If you change your mind or you want to switch it up, or if any of you want to switch it up, let me know before the next round goes.
I got a 27 on my stealth with 1 6.
Oh, okay. 27. Tanel.
25 awareness with 2 6s.
25 with 2 6s. All right. Beery.
That's my third Eye of Sauron, but he is favored.
Okay. That's right.
25.
25. Amazing. Tariel.
Just an 11. I'm rolling like shit today.
An 11. Okay. And Elrond
on scan.
Yep. Okay. Elrond is going to go ahead and make an explore check. That's only 2, actually. No, that's 3. Sorry. 5, 10. That is only a 12. Okay. So here's what I will say. With a 27 stealth check, Halloweth, you manage to avoid and call out very quietly any potential pitfalls, broken bones that you would potentially walk over to hear a crack of. You avoid those. Any small fissures in the rocks, you're able to skirt around them. Tanel, you hear in the crystal clear, eyes closed, senses depraved a little bit because you're not seeing anything. You hear the drip of water. You also hear rocks crumbling very far in the distance. You also continue to hear the whispering, it's not clear what they're saying, but it is just in the back of your head. Beery, with a 25, you see just this initial sort of dome-like sort of structure that you're in. It's a little bit wide, it's a little bit tall. There's not much there in terms of like rock structures or like passageways or anything small that maybe a dwarf or gorge could get into. I'm also now, because great idea, I'm going to make a roll for Gorge to see if he picks up the scent. This is going to be 1d12 and 2d6 for an awareness check.
Roll for good boy. I love this.
Ooh, that is only a 9. So after probably about the first 10 minutes as you're getting your bearings, trying to figure out what's going on, Beery calls back in a whisper to you, says to you, Halloweth, still nothing. Do you want to keep going? Do you want to rest? How do we proceed?
I think, how tired do I kind of feel?
You don't necessarily feel like your energy is being sapped when you're in here.
No.
That is always a possibility, but you started, it was a few hours walking along with the Paths of the Dead. You rolled, or getting to the Paths of the Dead. You rolled sort of not well enough to make it right there. You did go around in circles for a few hours, so I'll say it's like mid to late afternoon approaching evening right now. You've been walking most of the day.
Okay, let's stop for a minute. I'm sure Elrond is still limping, so
he is. Yeah,
might be wise to rest up for a little bit. Actually, can I turn around and say to the group, I suggest we rest for now. Gorge still has nothing, but we must continue forward. Elrond, let me take a look at that leg, that foot.
All right.
And
you want to try and make a medicine check again?
Yeah.
All right. So you failed your first medicine check. I'll allow you to make
did.
another one, but you have to beat your target number by a specific number. So let me know what you get.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's very good. 22. I beat it by 6, and with a 6 in there as well.
Oh, fantastic. Okay. Which is good because it's an additional 3. Yeah, you all rest as Elrond, you notice, still limping, still in pain, doesn't quite seem to be himself. All things considered, he's a little bit rattled. And as you sit down and rest, you take a look at his ankle and you hear, as you're sort of looking at it, the faintest as it sort of pops slightly more back into place with a crack and a pop, and you hear him go, oh. And Tanel, with your eyes closed in that moment, you will also hear the stifled gasp reverberate around the hall. And you would hear the pitter-patter of some light feet. You see a couple of rats skitter out around.
Yeah, at the sound of feet, she like pops her eyes open, and when she sees the rat, she's like, and just closes her eyes again and back to the focus.
Anyone that wants to, go ahead and make me an awareness check.
Well, let's do it again.
I'll do that. Maybe I'll.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, that's okay. I think. Oh no.
Oh no.
Zach,
We're fine.
all right.
Beat it by 6.
Okay. Tanel?
19, so beat it by 4, yeah.
Okay.
5.
Charlotte?
20, bitch.
Hey.
All right.
I actually rolled a good roll this time. With
right.
2 6s.
Oh, okay. Halloweth?
Damn.
18 with 1 6.
Okay. You would all notice that on top of the pitter-patter of feet, there are also tiny voices. And you're all aware enough to know that these voices are coming from the rats that are just pittering along, and you watch them walk into just a little hole on the opposite side of the wall, on the opposite wall, paying you just like the littlest of mind, just like, oh,
What are they
people,
saying?
it's tough for you to make out. It's very muted.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Tariel lives in a haunted forest. There's some weird shit there too. So maybe even before she really knows what she's doing, she's going to go, excuse me.
Make a persuasion check, but ill favor, please.
Okay.
Just wanted to say, I did not think this is how the Paths of the Dead was going to go.
Amazing.
And I'm so happy about it.
It's not persuasive, but I'm gonna use one of my
Your hope points. Yeah, use your hope point.
That lets me add a 6, right?
Yeah,
or does
add a
it just-
d6. Add a d6.
Okay, now I'm persuasive.
Right.
At 15.
15. All right,
Yeah.
with a 15, one of the rats glances back up at you.
Yeah, yes, you.
Yes.
Hi. Sorry to disturb you. I don't know why we're whispering.
Spirits, forms, shapes, fear.
Tariel holds out her hand for the rat to. Can't hear you, rat.
Friend,
Friend.
food,
Food.
show.
Tariel has a little bag at her side. She just pulls a little like dry strip of meat.
Cautiously comes up to you. Doesn't
Puts
quite
her hand.
go into your hand yet, but
Okay, and she puts it down on the ground.
quick nibble.
She gestures to Gorge. Also friend.
Animal.
Gorge, tell the rat you're a friend.
Hello. I'm a friend. Speaks. Fear, danger, enemy, friend.
Rat, you are
Rat.
also speaking.
Speak.
Do you hear? You are speaking.
You are speaking.
Mm-hmm. Friend?
Friend.
She holds out her hand for the rat.
Make another persuasion check for me. Max, for those listening on the podcast, Max is kind of losing his mind, and I think Tori is just like doing that little giddy thing she does.
I'm so delighted.
Unfortunately, I do not persuade the rat, but
Okay.
I do put down another little piece of food.
Okay, the rat does not hop into your hand, but the rat goes, let's go. Danger, safety and walls.
What is danger?
All around. Danger.
Why do you speak? Why?
Oh. Speak. And he
Gone. Okay.
gone. Yep.
Tariel straightens up and just sort of shrugs like, I tried, guys. Never talked to a rat before. You know?
No, I don't think many have. That's quite something.
Yes, no, this is certainly a new one. Was it something that I said? I'm sorry.
No, it's fine, Gorge.
I don't think rats are
no.
big talkers, Gorge.
Right.
They're sort
Wow.
of standoffish people.
I didn't even know there were people.
Well,
Oh, I see what you mean now. Yeah.
yes. They're
Right.
not civilized like yourself.
Well, thank you very much. I've put a lot of work into. Anyway, we should get.
Shall
going.
we?
Yes, of course. Are we all ready to? Or is there
Mhm.
anything we want to?
I feel like Gorge needs a top hat and a monocle. Just the
Oh,
vibe.
yes.
Just the vibe I'm getting. From
No,
him.
he needs a bowler hat
Oh, yeah.
That's
Yes, he
better.
does.
and a mustache.
Wait,
Mhm.
hang on.
Actually, he's kind of got a curled mustache due to his tusks.
Yeah, his
Oh my
tusks
God.
are the mustache.
Please tell
got
me.
this as a drink topper, but for those listening on the podcast, I have a very tiny plastic bowler
Love it.
hat meant for minis. They'll just, they'll just sit.
Whenever
My
Gorge
hair-
speaks.
Yes.
I feel
Excellent.
that Gorge might have like perhaps like
My
little gold rings on his tusks or something. You
Oh
know,
yes,
something
he's a high
Oh, yeah.
society.
very
yes.
fancy, polished tusks. Yeah.
Mhm.
I want fan art of that. Anyway, sorry.
Yes.
I'll get Sarah to commission it or something.
I'm
He
sure
really
you
is
know.
super paranoid right now. He's looking around. He's stressed out, even though he's underground. But he's
Mhm.
got like the pins and needles on the back of his neck. He look
Yeah.
around kind of erratic. He would like to reach into his pockets and grab that slightly luminescent stone that he found in Isengard. Is it doing anything different?
Oh, so it's not that you can tell like any sort of magical thing. It is glowing slightly more. It's not quite the lantern that you stole, but it's got some lumens to it, just ever so slightly. It's like one of those those really old dying light bulbs that you like, they're hanging from like an interrogation scene back and forth, really low light like that.
Okay. Puts it back in his pocket and holds up the lantern like it's like the last saving grace of his life, just trying to ward off any evil spirits.
Yeah, as you guys continue to sit, you would all also notice that the sort of green mist that you noticed last time, it hasn't caught up to you yet, but it is still sort of flitting every so often slightly closer, as it sort of almost like fields of grain waves towards you.
Well, that's enough break for me. I think we should keep moving.
Yeah, quite right. Thank you for the help, Master Halloweth. I will be making my rolls with favor now. So,
huzzah!
Thank you. Or excuse me, not favor, just regular rolls. He was making
Can
some.
I do a quick like maybe healing check on
for
Elrond?
Elrond?
Like that.
I think he's as good as he's going to be now.
Okay.
Ankle notwithstanding, Halloweth pretty much.
Halloweth got it. Okay, that's right.
Yeah,
Sorry,
Halloweth got
okay.
Yeah.
Sorry. I was still thinking about the rats and
yeah.
brain is not in the moment. Okay.
That's okay. All right. Do we want to move on to the next portion of the travel?
Yes. By all means.
All right. Does anybody want to change anything up? So Halloweth, stealth, Tanel, eyes closed awareness. Yeah. So Halloweth, stealth, Tanel, awareness, Tariel, scan, Beery, you're in the middle. Feel free to make whatever check you so choose. Elrond is going to be bringing up the rear, and he is actually going to be making an insight check.
I Gandalfed stealth.
Wow. Okay.
We are stealthy.
Wow.
Yeah, I think Barry's going to stick to just architecture, just in case we're getting close to like, a big place of notoriety. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Tanel.
19. So 19? Beat it by 5.
Fantastic. Tariel.
17 on scan.
17. All right. That's a pass. Beery.
It is a success, but with favor, it's my 4th Eye of Sauron.
No.
What?
God.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
None of them have counted yet, but that's terrifying.
Yeah, you
get them out of the way with a dice.
Yeah, just be careful.
Being subterranean is not usually this cursed for a dwarf.
You guys have spooked them.
I guess, yeah.
I'm so nervous.
All right, here's Gorge's roll. Ooh, that's a 16. And here is Elrond's roll. Ooh, not great. That's only a 10. All right, so with a Gandalf on stealth, Halloweth, describe for me exactly how you're sort of making your way through this.
Halloweth's leading with Gorge. He's got kind of one hand, like one hand very gently, like just a couple of fingers on Gorge's tusks, kind of just really allowing him to get to sort of smell everything, mainly closer to the ground. But he's leading him very slowly. Everyone's in a very quite crouched, but balls of the feet kind of position. He's leading them it's very soft footfalls. All of our boots are barely making a sound, and every time he comes to a wall, he just feels it, makes sure it's not gonna make a noise by going through it, that no one's gonna brush against it, and then kind of guiding people towards the most open passage so that so they're less likely to touch anything.
Got it. Okay. Tariel, in guiding Tanel, you are hyper aware of where she is, where you are, and the things around you. And as you're creeping along, you notice in a sort of rocky crevice that there is a piece of wood sticking out of one of the almost like small rock falls that caves have in them in case something shifted over the years. And it looks out of place.
Okay. She's going to like squeeze Tanel's shoulder and with one hand and just put a little pressure on her chest with the other, just to silently tell her to stop.
I do.
Okay. And then she's just gonna like tap her twice on the shoulder and just sort of like stay there motion and wander over to check out whatever the hell that is.
Okay. You very gingerly pull it out, and you see that this piece of wood is an old petrified piece of wood with a torch. Tanel, you would smell it instantly, because old as it is, the cloth still has that petrol oily scent to it, even after all of these well, you don't know how old it is, but the wood is incredibly old. But it looks as though there's dust all over it. It looks as though it's been there a while. Beery, you would begin to notice the beginnings of, with your check, structures of paths, things that are not necessarily made by nature, things that were instead carved out, places that were alcoves, people to sort of duck in, as if the path was very narrow, someone could duck into one of these things and, you know, let someone else go by and then continue on their journey. Very similar if you've ever ridden a subway. Sometimes when you're in a really narrow subway, they have like these little dips in the wall that people can press up against in case there's a train coming. You can sort of press up against those. So this seems to be a main thoroughfare of transportation way back in the day.
Interesting.
Okay. This portion, I will say, with all of the successes that you had, this is probably going to take you the next hour or so moving through. And having all of you succeed in round 2 means that you are, Halloweth, going to see the cave system start to open up, to become a little bit wider as you come to a bridge. And it is not a dwarven-like bridge, but it is pretty narrow. And it's become clear, I think, to at least you, Beery, that the bridge is in disrepair. It is crumbling. It's still intact, and the way across is possible, but it looks rickety. I don't even think you need an awareness check for that.
Is it stone or wood?
It is stone. It's not unlike the Balrog Bridge of Khazad-dûm, but think of it like wider, several people could cross it. And there are little like divots, like bumpers on a bowling alley, so that, you know, if a cart goes reeling off, you're not going to fall. Underneath the bridge, though, that running water, that drip that you heard, Tanel, would probably give you the sense that there is some water deep underneath this.
Halloweth's gonna turn to Gorge and say, anything in this open area at all?
With a 16, Gorge is going to say, I thought I caught the scent a little bit ago, but it might not have been it. Maybe, I mean, I can sniff around on this side, but if it's on the other side, we might need to.
Do you smell their horses, Gorge?
I don't know what their horses smell like, but I don't smell any horses in here.
Okay. So perhaps.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead, please.
Well, I was going to say,
no, you go ahead.
Are we on the bridge or approaching the bridge?
You're approaching the bridge. I don't think you'd have crossed it yet.
Okay. So can Tariel approach the bridge and maybe, like, without really setting foot on it, just kind of peer down over one side, see what she can see down there?
Yeah. Make a scan check for me, but with ill favor.
Okay. Well, that was Gandalf.
Oh my. Okay. Hang on 1 second.
What ill favor?
Huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I did say ill favor.
Does that not matter?
No, you got to roll twice.
No,
Okay,
you
then I'll
roll the
keep
2
going.
and the lesser of the 2.
Okay, all right. Well, there's the one. All right. Maybe I'll do it again.
You might do it again.
Maybe I'll do it again.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
No, I didn't do it.
Oh.
Do you beat your target number?
But I do beat my. No, wait. I hit my target number.
Okay. In hitting your target number, I will say you peer down and you hear very faintly running water. Not heavy, just years and years of erosion have caused this sort of deep river within to sort of start. You would also hear a kind of like a, and you get the sense that below you are either creatures on the walls, like little insect-like creatures, but you can't see them. They're too far down.
I saw Peter Jackson's King Kong. I'm not going down there.
Oh, please don't talk about it.
No, we do not
No,
speak of it.
no, we don't
That's
talk
practically
about that.
Mirkwood, isn't it?
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
Visceral reaction all around. Wow.
Yeah.
The tomato I can handle. The
Very
scene, in, the
unfortunate.
completely unnecessary bug scene in King Kong. No,
It just haunts my
it's
nightmares.
so awful.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Andy Serkis
Yeah.
deserved better.
Oh,
I say there is nothing else for it. We must cross.
I imagine Beery's probably the most densest, probably heaviest versus like all the elves that which you could
I
probably
think
walk
that,
on
yeah,
top
I
of
think
snow.
that's fair. I think that's
Beery looks to the others and like, okay, hold on to them ropes. I'm gonna test this bridge. All right.
Tighten the ropes a little bit around my
Okay.
waist.
Very delicately and also looking at the stonework. He's pretty adept at how things are built and just try to go to the strongest portions
okay. Now, Beery,
and start
you are a
walking out
crafts
there.
person and you are underground. So I am going to allow you to make just a scan check. If you succeed in your scan check, depending on how you roll, it might trigger another check.
Okay. Yeah, it's a 17. Beats it by 4.
Okay. I'm sort of going to explain to you mechanically how the bridge works. There are 3 portions.
Oh, I
The
love
first
this.
part, the middle, and the opposite side. Your roll for the first part, it's crumbly. There are big chunks missing, and the wrong step may prove fatal. But many caves have natural glows in their walls. You've got the lantern. You're looking around. Doesn't look to be terribly rickety right where you're standing. You make it about, I'm going to say, a third of the way across this bridge. It's about, I want to say about 18, 20 feet long.
Kind of like looks back to the others and just kind of
Thumbs up.
as he peers across the bridge, is there any type of obelisk, any type of structure that he can tie a rope
Make
to?
a scan check for me.
Got it.
One of them bridge obelisks.
Just a thing, or a stalagmite, anything. Yeah. Pass.
Okay. You see nothing on the bridge itself, but on the opposite end, you do see 2 sort of stone, about 6 feet high, just like pillars. And you probably would get the sense that these were like a rope bridge of some kind, and that boundary was there, but in the years of disrepair, the rope has fallen away. It's completely gone. And the very wide flat area you see ahead, off in the distance, is sort of lost in the dark, but that's about as much as you can see.
Okay.
Okay.
He kind of like back his way back.
Oh, okay. Back to the front.
Mhm.
Back to everybody. Okay.
Starts untying the rope from his belt. All right, this is
What?
what we're gonna do. Yeah,
Beery?
no, trust me. Look at me.
Beery?
He's gonna start tying the ropes together. How long would you say each one would be?
You stole a lot. So I'm gonna say standard tent pole for an elven tent. I believe you stole 6, because I had you roll that D12, and I'm gonna say actually, roll me 2 D12s. Let's let the dice decide. Roll
I
me
would
two.
think we all had some rope in our packs, right?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
you
sure
gotta have rope.
he's talking about
Yeah.
extra. I want to see how much extra he has.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, roll me 2 d12s.
16.
16. I'd say you've probably got an extra, call it 64 feet of rope.
Oh, yeah, he doesn't untie his own rope. So we're going, no, but we can't all go together. We got to go one at a time here. Okay. How do we want to do this? Because our leashes aren't 20 feet long, right? That are connected to all of us.
I'd say you've probably got about 6 feet movement between each sort of next level of.
Which of us is the smallest of the elves?
My next question, exactly.
Probably Tanel.
Yeah, I would
thinking
imagine.
either Tanel or Tariel.
Yeah.
Okay.
I always imagine Tanel shorter than Tariel,
Yeah.
if that's what we mean.
Yeah, I think so.
In.
Huh?
I don't think you're gonna like it, but got a bit of an idea.
Great.
All right, now I saw across the way there's a space that we can kind of like lash, a rope. Are you good at knots?
Am I? Jeez, I don't know.
Come on, we've had
yeah,
thousands
I'll
of
let you
years
get
to
it.
practice
I
Yeah,
don't
we'll
think
be good at
that's-
knots. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
There's the plan. We're gonna tie a long leash to you. So if this thing crumbles, we're gonna catch you. I promise. I will never let anything happen to you. Okay.
Okay.
Tori, did you just freeze, or were you just standing with your
Okay.
mouth
I
open
think-
like that far?
I was
No,
wondering the same
It
thing.
froze. It froze.
Okay.
It's doing. I don't know what's wrong with my internet.
You're
It just
fine. You're
won't.
fine. It
Good.
was really funny. Sorry.
Good.
It was
keep going.
Perfect.
If people
Excellent.
were wondering, by the way, Tariel is 5'5", because I just looked it up.
Is that just
Really?
Evangeline
No, well, that's
Lily's
just
height?
Evangeline Lily.
Well, yeah, but
Okay.
she's like she's the OG
short?
character of it. I assume it would be similar.
It's fair.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, Tanel's however the hell tall Tori says she is. So
I don't know. I really hadn't put much thought into
Fine.
that.
We'll say like 5'3", 5'4", just to.
Yeah, that's my
tiny,
my
tiny
height.
baby elf.
My height.
Baby elf.
A little Santa elf.
I'm 5'3" in real life. Shut up.
It's a great height.
You're
It's a
still
great
you're
height.
a growing elf. You'll have your growth spurt maybe next millennium. Anyway,
Okay.
Beery, carry on.
Beery describes the landscape of that first third to her, like where to avoid. But okay. So the plan is we'll be holding on to your end of the rope and you take it down on the other side. Tie a knot, we'll pull it tight, and then we'll be able to go as safely as possible. Aye?
Okay. Okay. Yes.
You got
yes.
this.
Yes.
As he's like sweating.
Yeah.
You're gonna do
Great.
great.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, Tanel, as you tie the rope around you,
Oh,
doing
God.
Beery's plan, this is going to be on you. I'm going
Great.
to ask you to make a series of rolls. The rest of you are allowed to react if something happens. We're going to roll to see who is going to react, though, if something does happen. So this would be a roll.
Beery's finding a good place where he can like stuff his feet against to catch her and pull her back up. Just getting ready, holding it tight.
Okay. Tanel,
Yeah.
I'm going to let you make the scan check with favor because Beery has already been on the first third. So this will be
Great.
your first roll.
Excellent. With favor. 18. Beat it by 7.
18. All right. Seems to be holding in place.
And she's like doing that thing where she like shuffles her foot forward and then puts weight on it. And like
Yep.
that's going across.
Yep.
Dope.
Okay. I'll ask you to make another scan check for this second portion.
$21.
With a 21,
Mm-hmm.
about halfway there, big hole, and you spot it before you go. But there is a good chunk missing, like just fell. And you've got maybe 18 inches to cross or jump. I'm going to ask, do you cross over it or do you jump onto the next portion?
And just from that scan, the 18 inches just seems to be there. Like there's
Seems to
not
be there.
little pieces. Okay, she's gonna kind of like hold one hand up and shuffle to that side, almost like a clear indication that she's moving to the side.
Got it.
So that they can see where she's moving.
Okay.
And continue on that way.
All right. I'm going to ask you to make an athletics check.
Jesus, okay.
Wait. No, we need to do. Do we need
Gandalf.
to hope this?
What?
Never mind.
Oh,
And a 6.
Oh!
a perfect roll. A perfect roll.
Like a no-hander cartwheel over this
No.
hole or something.
She fully
Got a photo of it.
Legolosses over that thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Tanel.
backflip.
Tanel, you
Less
with
than
your
2 feet.
feet,
Mm-hmm.
your 1 foot shuffling over. The instant before it happens, this sixth sense kicks in, and you feel that 18 inches give way, and you launch yourself over this empty portion of the bridge onto the last third of the platform successfully. You're now in the last 6 feet of it. You can see the pillars Beery described. Please go ahead and make me a scan check, please.
Oh, God. It's a 9. 2 under my target number.
Hope! We gotta do hope!
Yeah, can I do a hope? Wait,
I'll give you a hope point. I'll allow you. Yeah,
There's
I'll let you
too
use a hope
late.
We
point.
have to.
No,
We
it's
have
fine.
hope. Come on.
Got
okay.
hope.
I'll
Okay.
allow it.
Come on, 10.
You rolled a 1.
I can't. We can't hear you at all.
You peaked your microphone so much, but you're covering your face.
Hold on. Yeah, not enough. Still not enough. It's 1 under.
It's only a scan. It just means that it just hasn't gone. It just means it's a gamble.
It's all right. So the momentum of the jump carrying you forward, you begin to realize that this last third of the bridge is just about the same ricketiness, if not worse. And you all begin to hear as the bridge begins to crumble ever so slightly. Tanel, I'm going to ask you to make an athletics check with a very important question.
Okay.
Do you go back or do you continue forward?
There's like 6 feet left.
There's just about 6 feet. An easy jump for an elf, just given your strength.
Yeah, I think she's gonna jump it.
Okay.
Yeah!
Yeah. She's so close.
She has
my
to.
God.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Make
Absolutely.
an athletics check. Make an athletics check.
I use another hope point.
Yeah, you absolutely can.
Yeah.
You absolutely can.
Okay, that's better.
I thought the ghosts were gonna be scary, not the freaking bridges.
27.
Okay.
27. Holy.
Ooh. All right.
Nothing.
In the last 3 seconds, you have all seen Tanel perform these incredibly intricate acrobatic feats, jumping left, right, boom, dodge, here, boom, and lands as the bridge doesn't fully give way. Parts of it you see are maybe not doing so well. Tanel, you can tie the rope around these pillars.
Yep.
No problem. Go ahead and make me another scan check, though.
Okay.
Meantime, while she's doing all of that, what are the rest of you doing?
Holding my breath.
Yeah. Imagine like
There's
Tariel
nothing
and
else to
Beard
do.
were
She's
like,
just
Holloweth had an arrow drawn, just in case.
Okay.
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
just to if if they
Okay.
fall,
In that case, Halloweth, make me a scan check as well.
Okay.
16 for mine, so beat it.
16. Beat your
Yeah.
target number. All right.
Yeah.
Halloweth, what do you got?
Hang on. Oh, my scan is not great. Okay. Well, let's see how this goes. Oh, yeah, we're good. We're fine. 19.
Yeah, you see Tanel begin to have a kind of almost green silhouette as she lands. Tanel, the instant your feet hit that opposite side of the bridge, a spectral form of a skeleton warrior appears in front of you. Leave now. And quick as he appeared, disappears.
Tariel starts running
Oh, in which
Okay.
direction?
towards her.
Towards
the
her?
bridge.
Oh my
Furious,
god.
like tying the rope
was
off
gonna
to
say-
the other side, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Is there like a taut rope now? Across.
So yeah, imagine he's doing like a trucker's hitch where he can get it really taut, so it's
Mhm.
straight line between the
Mhm.
two.
Yeah. How it's gonna tightrope that? Like.
Okay, give me an athletics check. And then Tariel, are you running?
She's just booking it, man.
Okay. So
She's gonna try and follow the path that she's just seen Tanel take.
right.
Mhm.
Hallowith, make
Sorry, athletics check.
is that a Gandalf with a 6?
Hey.
Wow. Hallowith, you are over there in 5 seconds flat, but the ghost is already gone. Tariel, you're booking it. I need you to make me, with favor, 3 athletics checks.
Oh, right.
3.
this-
Oh
Yes.
boy.
Do you want me
Yeah.
to do like roll
1,
twice for each?
2,
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. First portion.
Hang on. That was just my first roll. First portion makes it.
Okay.
Second portion has a Gandalf and a 6.
Okay. You jump over
Jump over that
hole
hole.
in the bridge
Mhm.
just
F
the
this
same.
hole.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
But second one, we've already got a Gandalf, a 5 and a 1. I don't know if we're gonna beat that. Hold on. Nope, because that was gonna be the better one. Yeah,
Okay.
because this one's a 12.
So you succeed on all 3 of your
Yes, I do.
athletics checks. Okay. Bounding 1, 2, maybe a cool front flip or something.
Yeah,
3.
yeah.
You land right next
Daggers
to
in her
Tanel.
hands.
Daggers in her hands.
Yeah.
You, fast as you are, go for the ghost, but it's gone. It's just smoke, wisps, spirits.
Okay, Barry, get over.
As you kind of turn and look back, Beery is already kind of built
Elrond.
himself a little bit of a sling out of Sauron's sheets that he stole. And he's doing one of those, it's like over the rope, and he's just doing
Oh my god.
he's got Gorge with him.
Oh,
Excellent.
This
He's
is
not touching that damn bridge, nothing.
Mhm.
This is most strange, Beery. I don't think.
Hey, it is for me too. Now that you're talking and all, but hey, I'm so proud of you. I just want to let you know, as we're just
Oh.
kind of shimmying.
Yeah, thank you. This is quite ingenious. Nicely done. Elrond is also going to go ahead and make an athletics check.
Come
He's
on,
got-
Elrond.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
with a dodgy ankle, no hand.
oh
just
yeah,
picture-
that's right. That's
And we
right. You know
all
what?
abandoned him.
I'm thinking about just Beery's got this. He's got like big Paul Rudd energy right now. Just look at us. Look at us.
us.
Who'd have thought?
Not me. All right. Elrond rolled a Gandalf on his athletics check as well, so he's going to follow suit for you, Hallowith, and just tightrope walk over with everything, kind
the
of
way to
keeping
do it.
balance.
Quit shaking the rope.
You have made your way across the bridge. Now, on the opposite side, as you place Gorge down, Beery, you are going to hear, oh, cloth, give me the cloth. He doesn't, I'm gesticulating with my hands, podcast listeners.
No, I
but-
can imagine his little paws.
Yeah,
Cute.
just like,
Or maybe just tossing his head. Yeah.
Yeah, you got something.
yeah, I think I might. Can I smell it again?
Yeah, everyone, make yourself useful and give him some cloth.
Wow.
Yes, of course. Gorge and Gorge. Yeah, it's oh, it's this way. And you all see on the opposite side, as I mentioned last episode, the paths of the dead are not just the multiple paths that could lead into any of the entrances. There are also multiple ways to traverse within this place. The rest of you, and I don't know if anybody noticed, I rolled while you were all figuring out the bridge stuff. I rolled a 10. So you would watch as the misty sort of hand stuff that has been sort of slowly making its way towards you has made its way into this sort of bigger room and is advancing towards you. And it kind of looks like gravity doesn't affect it because it's starting to climb up over the ceiling of this. So Gorge looks at that and says, right, let's keep moving. Go. And we are now going to move to the third portion of this travel. Are any of you wanting to change things up with what you are doing? Or would we like to make a series of group rolls?
If it ain't broke.
What? If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know if it's better to do a scanner and awareness check here, because I just feel like maybe Tariel wants to try and which one would make sense for her to try and like get a better vibe of what this stuff is.
That would be
Green
an
mist.
insight check, but
Okay.
it would only be for while you have sight of it.
Do I have sight of it?
So you would potentially disappear into one of the caverns.
Oh, so it's all
paths.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gone. Okay. No more ectoplasmic fog for the moment.
Yeah,
I
this
never
is
said it was
most
ectoplasm.
unsettling. But Zach, to your point, I think Beery's gonna stick with stonework, architecture, places of interest.
Okay. So here's how this is going to work on round 3. Each roll is now going to be predicated on the last one. So Halloweth, being first in the order, make the stealth check. That is then going to determine Tinel's awareness check and Tariel's. Tariel, you can make your insight check separate.
I'll just stick with what I'm doing. If the stuff's gone, it's fine.
Okay, Halloweth.
Yeah, give me a second.
Doing math.
Also, point of order: did we take the torch?
I
someone
didn't
didn't,
take it.
Beery
No,
took
it. I don't believe-
I didn't take it.
No,
I mean, it would
no.
have been an old crumbly torch. I don't know, Don, how it would have looked, but I got the impression that if we tried to just set the end on fire, the whole thing would just crumble or go up.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Beery, are you taking the rest of the rope with you? Are you trying to?
So I'm imagining he left the non-elven rope, just our spelunking rope up there.
Yeah.
I think this is very troubling for me. But he's going to leave it just in case we need to make a speedy exit.
Okay.
Just in case.
Okay.
Fair point. Fair point.
All right.
My roll was in one of the highest I've ever done, 37 with 2 sixes.
Wow.
I think that's
Come
the
on, man.
highest we've ever rolled.
I think
believe
so.
I believe so. Oh my
Holy
goodness.
cow.
Yeah, an 11, 2, 2, 6, 6, 5, 5.
Where's Halloweth? Who?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's no longer in your memories. He's
No,
gone.
no. Yeah. Stealth
Wow.
checks, absolutely notwithstanding. You all make your way quietly, which means Tinel, you can now make your awareness check, no problem.
Yeah. Hey. All right. Come on. There we go. 17.
17.
So I beat
that's
it
a pass?
I beat it by 3.
That's fine. Tariel, would you still like to do an insight check on the ectoplasmic stuff?
Can
The
I
hand
see the
that goes down?
ectoplasmic fog?
Yeah, you can see it as it comes in. You're on the opposite side of the bridge, though. It's probably 40, 50 feet away.
This would have
Get
to
it,
be
Tariel.
a pretty amazing roll, but I'll give it a go. If I don't
Do it.
mathematically, it's not amazing. No.
No.
Nope.
Okay. Yeah.
It's
tough to say.
it's green fog.
Yeah,
it's
green
spooky
fog,
green fog.
spirit stuff.
Yeah.
Beery, scan check still?
Yeah, 21.
Okay. Yeah. With a 20.
Architecture.
Oh, okay. I will say with a 21, as you go and follow Gorge, it's not the architecture that you notice, but it's a little flake of gold material. It's a piece of metal. Unclear what it is because it seems to have broken off something, but it is a piece of gold something. It's probably about the size of like the palm of your hand.
Like a shard stuck into the wall? Kind of a
Not
thing?
on the wall,
Or a vein?
on the ground. On the
Oh,
ground.
gets real up close, flips down one of his lenses that's kind of like on his headband and
Yeah,
peers
make
at
an
real
insight check
close.
for it. Make an insight check for me.
Oh, yeah. Ooh, not good at insight. Or awareness?
Nor I.
No,
No, this wouldn't
you're,
be insight. No, this wouldn't be awareness. This would be insight.
you're good. Oh,
Good.
No.
No, it's something. It's out of place though. You'd know that, but it's not
Snatches
anything you recognize. Yeah. With all of those rolls successful, you guys spend the next half hour or so traipsing through very quietly this particular portion of the road. And it is, I want to say, as you turn the corner, you hear Gorge yell out a little squeak. And he looks back at you all and says, "There is a skeleton just standing, sitting, laying, I don't know. It's over there around the corner. I think he's dead."
Skeletons typically are.
I sure hope so.
Yeah, right, of course. Sorry, my brain's small.
You have a great brain, and we're all just a
Oh.
little scared. Don't panic on me now.
No, but can you go look at it?
I'm not going.
I'll go. We'll go.
All right, Halloweth.
Hero
Yeah.
will go.
Halloweth, about 15 feet away from you is a dead body, fully just crumpled. And it is wearing golden armor that has been covered in dust and covered in a fine mud. And the bones in like the hands and the arms, all the tiny little things, they've all disintegrated. You see a sword at its feet, and it's been notched in dozens of different places. Its one leg is also, you see, completely ruptured, just shattered, gone, nowhere to be found. Anyone here can make a lore check for me, except Beery.
I'm favored in this, y'all.
Let's do it. Oh yeah, easily beat.
Okay.
Got 26.
26. Okay. Tanel?
Wow.
Pass.
Oh, sorry, I was muted. 25.
Okay. 25. Tariel?
Even being favored, I just hit my target number.
Okay.
Oh no.
Gosh.
With 3 successes,
It's a hit.
something comes back into your mind. Something Theodred said. Maybe it was around the campfire. Maybe it was around the road here. Not really sure, but this is a person of note, a person of fame, and it comes to you in a second. This is Baldur, the second king of Rohan, who ventured into the paths of the dead and never returned.
For
I know
obvious
who
reasons.
Baldur is. Duh.
Okay.
Is the
Well,
coast clear?
Didn't he had someone go with him, didn't he? Who went with him?
Believe he had people go with him, but you do not see anybody.
Right, but I know.
I can't remember. I don't know if he said that
Yeah.
to us. I don't know if I have those notes.
Beery peeks around the corner to see what they're all looking at now that the coast is clear, apparently.
Yeah. You see a body, gold armor, skeleton, decrepit, hundreds and hundreds of years old.
He sneaks up, still holding that little shard of metal. Does it look like this little piece like fits in it somehow?
It sure does. It sure does.
He kind of looks around just because the curiosity is just too much, and he gives it a little, bloop, puts it in.
As you put it in, the body begins to shift ever so slightly, and it falls even further to the ground. It was kind of stood up slightly by the back against the door, and the door falls. Or excuse me, not the door. Excuse me, the body falls. But as the body falls, Beery, you notice something that the others do not. That there are hints up against the wall he's propped up on of a kind of dwarven door. A kind of door that is not typically seen by anyone unless they know where it is.
Hey, you see that?
no.
Exactly. That, my friends, is a dwarven door. You never see the seams, you see. Gets up to it, kind of feeling the perimeter of it, and gives like a little push, maybe a look for any sigils or anything like that?
Yeah, go ahead and make me a scan check. While you're doing that, Elrond is going to be coming up to you and say, Master Beery, are you sure?
Oh,
Even
yeah.
aye. It is
Wait,
unlikely
that's
the
actually a good
dwarves
point.
made their
What if something
way.
terrible is on the other side of this thing?
My thoughts exactly.
Beery,
Nope.
we are in the paths of the dead. Everything about this is terrible. We've come this far.
Sorry, I got a lot of dice here.
No, you're good.
26.
With a 26, you know that this is a dwarven door. You know that there is none of the Ithildin, the star moon that is typically used to open the door. So there are many different ways to open dwarven doors. For example, the one at Erebor that required a key, the one that Thorin had. The one in Moria used Ithildin and a passcode. And you're sitting in front of it, and you can't quite figure out immediately what it's going to take. You could potentially figure it out. It might take you a while.
Do we need to like rest? I mean, I could maybe spend some time with this door as we, I don't know.
I worry about the ectoplasmic green stuff.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Well, are we just going to pull an all-nighter and just be terrified forever?
No,
we can listen for them, and as they get closer, we can make that decision.
If it would help, I can go back, keep an eye on the thing, the smoke. If it catches up to us, I can let us know. We can run faster than it.
Yes. Do not go far.
No. I'll stay within earshot.
Okay, then I think a trance would do us all some good.
Okay. Elrond disappears behind the bend, and you hear his footsteps. As he keeps going, you say, "Can you still hear me?" And
yes.
you kind of continue to hear the as you continue to hear the echoes. He goes, "Right, I shall keep moving." Beery, how are you approaching this door? And how are you utilizing the rest of your companions for this?
Oh,
because Gorge is going to walk up to you and say, "Oh no, isn't this a riddle?"
but we love riddles.
Yeah, of course we love
Got
riddles.
hungry minds, you see.
Yeah. Should we try and break it?
No. There's always an answer.
Yeah.
Now does it look like our path continues?
The path you're on does continue further down. This door is just there. This is just where this dude fell.
Is there any Khazd-dûl like runes anywhere? Is there any iconography?
Go ahead and make me actually, I'll allow anyone that wants to make a scan check for me. You can look around sort of the general area.
I was about to say, I wanted to look on the actual body to see if maybe there was an item he had for the door.
Yeah, go ahead. Rifling through. Go ahead and make a scan check for me as well.
Okay, cool.
16 on my scan check.
Did you roll a Gandalf?
I did. That's 3
Come
today.
on, man.
Oh my god!
Yeah,
Scan
is not.
These are loaded dice.
And
not a usual.
Tinel.
There is balance.
Wow. I mean, it kind of cancels out all the eyes of Sauron you were rolling, Max.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's it.
Yeah.
We took your luck this session.
Tariel.
I just have a regular roll 16.
Okay. Okay. With a Gandalf Halloweth, you do notice with Beery, further down, there are words, but it is not in Khazd-dûl, it is not in the Dwarven runes, and it is not in the Elven runes. But you do see something that is written in some form of Old Western, which is the sort of human languages that they speak. It's kind of sometimes referred to as the common tongue. And if you would like, you could spend some time decoding it. That would require another check. Tinel, searching through the body with a Gandalf, you find that this thing hasn't been touched. There is a notched sword. There is a decrepit pack on his back with a bare bone, a threadbare sleeping kit. And there is also, what you would see to be a scroll of parchment that has been rolled up and kept sort of in the body itself in one of the armor breastplate sort of inside things. As you scroll it out, it's a map. And the map is kind of written in a sort of dark ichor that with a Gandalf you would realize he was tracking where he was going in his own blood in real time.
Cool.
Dirty. Oh.
And
Wow.
on the map you see written in the common tongue, hand, the word for hand. Halloweth, Beery, and Tariel. Are you three going to spend some time trying to decode this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All of you go ahead and make insight checks for me. See if we can get that. Or I'll allow... Yeah, no.
Must be a lore check for languages?
Yeah, no, I'm thinking you can either make lore checks or insight checks for this.
I'm going to do a lore check.
Yeah,
I'll show them
Likewise.
the scroll as well in case that is helpful in any way.
A
Mhm.
codex.
That there's a word of some kind.
And Howard's going to take a real, as it were, stab in the dark, and just nick his hand and kind of press it to where Barry is.
What are you doing?
It's the word hand written in blood, Barry. I'm taking a gamble.
Well, no, the word hand is
I
from
like
the
him
map. You're
doing
just
that
gonna...
anyway. He misinterprets
I love it.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's badass.
Okay.
I rolled a 26 on my lore check with a
26.
6.
Okay.
Whoa.
You would notice in faded words, the closest approximations you can get are the words hand, the words secret, and the words temple. Halloweth, as you cut yourself, begin to bleed, and put it up on, as you put it up on the wall, you feel a kind of draining sensation.
Oh, not again.
It's not entirely unlike that feeling you had in Isengard. However, please mark 3 HP off of your total. You lose 3 HP. The rest of you,
as in my max HP.
You're not your max HP. You lose
just
3
okay,
hit
that's
points.
fine.
Yeah,
That's
no,
fine,
I'm not reducing the total.
Okay.
The rest of you would watch as the blood goes into the wall. Halloweth, do you remove your hand?
Is anything happening that would cause me?
As you feel that initial like energy drain from you as you lose the HP, that continues to happen.
I'm gonna take my hand off for now, just in case.
Yeah.
Because I don't. Yeah.
The
So
rest
you don't
of
get
you
killed by a wall.
Exactly. That would be a real shite way to go, to be quite
Yeah.
frank.
Yeah. The rest of
Did
you
he
would
run
watch.
into the wall? Did the
No,
wall
no.
fall on him? No, he just put his hand on it until he
touched
fell
it.
down forever.
The rest of you would watch as the blood on the wall begins to move further closer towards the door that Beery is investigating.
Just follow that then.
Yeah, this is man,
That's
I
just
hate
It's most
process.
unsettling. What is this doing here?
Follow the hand blood.
Yeah, we just follow it.
Yeah. I look, what's it doing?
So it moves almost like a venom style,
Mm-hmm.
gelatinous almost, up to a certain point in the wall.
Okay.
And rests there.
Is that point marked in any way?
Make a scan check for me.
Meanwhile, Beery's taking the dagger from his belt.
I pass my scan check.
Okay.
I hit my target number.
Okay. Beery, taking the dagger from your belt. What are you doing?
Let's listen to
Okay,
Tariel.
okay. Tariel.
Well, let's see what we have to
Yeah.
say.
Yeah.
Tariel, it is so faint. But there are symbols on this door. And just like the little divots that you saw coming in here, there seems to be almost this gravity-defying moment where the blood rests in a little divot, almost like an ice cream scoop, really tiny, in the wall, and the blood is just sort of staying there.
It's just one divot?
There are several.
Are they in a
around
shape?
in a
They're in a.
s- in a
Are they in a
circle.
circle? How
They're in a
many of
circle.
them are there?
There are. Hang on. There are 3.
So more of like a triangle.
Yeah, it's one top, one bottom left, one bottom right.
And in which one is the blood sitting?
The closest one, so bottom right.
Okay. Tariel will, with her daggers still in her, well, at least one dagger still in her hand, she'll go ahead and take a deep breath and prick her palm.
Okay.
And put it over one of the unblooded divots.
Okay. Same
Beery
thing.
does the same.
Oh, and Beery does the same?
Yeah.
All
Side
right.
by side.
Okay.
Yeah.
As both of you, Nick, you guys rolled so well. I was expecting this to take a lot longer. You guys both nick your hands, put them up to the tiny divots, and again, you feel that same feeling Halloweth did. Please take 3 HP off of your
endurance, right?
yourself. Yes, your endurance. And the blood, as it stays there, begins to sort of circle again. It's around this time Elrond comes back. It says the green smoke. I rolled a Gandalf on that, by the way, while you weren't watching. The smoke hands spirits seem to have lost our trail. We may have some time. But what have you discovered?
What does Tanel's map say again?
It's a map that he seems to have written himself.
Right.
Kind of tracking where he was going, and then it just says hand.
Hand secret
that was
temple.
it. Okay.
So
hand secret temple's on the wall.
Yeah,
Okay.
hand secret temple is on the wall. The word hand is
It's just on the
map.
scroll.
Is on the scroll.
Okay.
that
Oh,
you made.
okay. And then cool. It was a complete lucky guess then. That's fine. I'm so
No,
sorry.
you were.
I'm so sorry for completely
Damn you,
ruining.
fantasy tropes in my.
I know. Very cliche, but
Well
very
done,
sorry.
though.
Very
Well
sorry
done,
for.
though.
No, I feel like I've ruined that.
No,
What could
not
have
at
been
all.
in this
Not at
puzzle.
all. Hey, listen. It was that, or you you spend the next few hours figuring out what. I mean, the clues were there.
True, yeah.
I mean, the thing is, if you're a person who lives in a world of fantasy tropes, and that's your world, like you know the rules.
Yeah.
You're like,
Nicking,
oh yeah,
nicking of the palm is. I mean, how?
I see a hand written in blood. What else are you gonna like?
Yeah.
Obviously,
Yeah.
When they use like a blood like sacrifice, why is it the palm is like that's a place you
Worst
use
part.
the most.
Terrible
Worst
place.
part.
That's a
Take
really,
forever to
really
heal.
important part. Like do
Very
like do
vascular.
like here, like
Yeah.
Mhm.
like
Back right here.
something
Boom, boom.
else. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've said that forever. They always
Yeah, I'm like right on the palm. Like you put
Or
everything
honestly,
in your
even
palm.
like even your ass or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
ass can
Something.
take it.
yeah, can take it fine.
Anyway, Elrond is going to come up and say, "What have we learned?"
The ass can take it.
There's
What?
a door.
Yeah. The door's about to open. Prepare yourself. Gird your loins.
Right. He draws his sword.
Sure. I mean, I'm sure that'll do plenty against the dead.
Mm-hmm. Tanel's gonna grab the sword off the body, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
good idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna grab that.
Okay.
And what condition is this armor in?
Oh, horrible. Horrible. Like
It's
the
all
sword's
deteriorated.
not-
It's oxidized.
Yeah. The
Okay.
sword's not doing much better either, but like
Well,
it's heavy.
we're
Yeah.
gonna take it.
Yeah.
Oh, it didn't do him much good. Barry just kind of puts a little bit of a shoulder into it.
Nothing.
I thought that was gonna work.
I did as well.
You all put blood on it. I see.
Yeah,
Yes.
See
Well,
it?
because it's because of the blood. You see, it's
It's a it says temple though. Is there something perhaps we're supposed to say?
Where does it
Ooh.
say temple?
Along
Yes.
the wall.
Show me.
I show him.
He looks at the words blood, or excuse me, he looks at the words hand. He looks at the word secret and looks at the word temple. Says, dark magic. These men were once servants of Sauron. It is possible that there is a temple of some sort that we are about to uncover. And this skeleton is its most recent victim. Secrets. What could that mean? Secrets. Secrets. Whose secret? His? Theirs? No. Think. And you can kind of tell he's starting to get rattled. This is not the Elrond you know from the movies.
Yeah, why does he seem like he's new here?
Yeah, well, all of his kids may be behind that door in the army of the dead.
Well, he's had worse.
Do I know kind of the other names that Sauron went by? Because if so, Tanel's just going to start.
You could start listing them off.
Yeah, Tanel's just going to start rattling them off.
Nothing. Door doesn't move.
He's going. Beery's going to use the Morgul blade that he just cut himself with.
Yeah,
and just kind of press the edge against the door just to see if that type of steel.
Cut yourself with the Morgul blade? Because I'm pretty sure.
No.
The dagger, right? Oh, the dagger you made from the Morgul.
Yes.
Blade. Okay, sorry. Just
Charlotte had a visceral reaction.
Yeah, seriously.
No, very.
Seriously. Yeah, nothing.
Okay. Damn it. Secret. Secret. Yeah, he says secret in Kuzdul.
Nothing.
Ow.
Do we have to offer up a secret? Is that what it's doing?
A secret for a secret.
Sauron did deal in information. Can be stronger than any army.
Clever.
Which ones of you put your blood?
Oh, brilliant.
Your non-bleeding hand. Kind of wipes the other one on her leg surreptitiously.
Yeah, what? I mean, no, maybe. Shut up.
Alameth, Beery, you dodge an awful lot of questions. I think the door would be interested in the answers to them.
I think we should explore other possibilities before maybe.
I think you should, I don't know, say your mother's name or something. None of us know it.
My mother was a good woman. I'd rather not say her name here. He does, though. And I need to find it because I forgot.
It's Emira.
Emira.
Yeah. Emira.
Yeah. I had that written down like
no,
a long time ago.
The door does not move.
Well,
Barry, your turn.
Oh, I mean, what level of a secret are we talking about here?
Well, we know your mother's name, so why try your father's?
I haven't said his name in a very long time. There's power to names, you see.
Yes.
The dwarves also have hidden names, but Beery, I understand culturally, if you would rather not share that one, an old friend of mine once. Anyway,
All right. I am son to a burned dwarf.
Door still does not move. Tariel?
He doesn't really have to think about it very much. She says, I loved a dwarf. His name was Keeley.
Elrond just says, I'm sorry. Door still does not move.
Oh.
Does the blood do anything different? Does it move?
Does anything different?
Is it still just sitting there?
It's still just sitting there. Go ahead and make another roll. And what was
Like
that?
an insight
All
roll?
right, let me look at
Yeah,
my
so
notes. Let me look
Elrond
at
is
my
going to look
notes.
around and say, names, loves, these are not secrets. These are things that people know. They're secrets to all of you, but
Well,
not
not
to
anymore, they
others.
aren't.
A secret is something powerful. A secret is something that they can use against you, that Sauron could use against you. We need to think like Sauron. What would he want out of this?
I hate
Uh,
bells.
Not quite, Barry.
What
I'm
would
going
be
to get the box of Isildur's bones
Okay.
and just literally set it in front of the door and open the top. Nothing.
Nothing.
There's
What?
a horn in there and everything. It's
what would the men who built this place want to keep from Sauron?
Or what would Sauron want from anyone trying to enter?
My thoughts exactly, Halloweth.
a
A
weapon.
true allegiance?
Would your spear? Maybe if you present it? I don't know. I would think someone would want a weapon.
Secret. A weapon
It's
is
not,
a
it's not a secret.
weapon is a weapon. Knowledge, information, things that perhaps only you know, that then Sauron would.
If you are a man who has forsworn his oaths to Isildur in the name of giving allegiance to Sauron, what would you have left to hide?
Is
Perhaps that you were still loyal to Isildur?
it is entirely possible, though I don't know if that will get us through. I have an idea. And he's going to cut himself as well, just very lightly on the, arm. Like this. And he puts his hand up very similar to what you all did. You watch the blood get in another little divot that, Charlotte, you missed last time, but they are all over this door.
Okay.
It's going to place a hand on the door. Something we've told no one. And you all watch as he takes a second in the gloom. I miss my family. And the blood is drawn into the door.
Oh, baby Elrond.
Poor thing.
It's something we've never told anyone.
Whoa.
All right, Tanel cuts her hand and puts it on the door. I think the Balrog killed me, for I saw my sister in the halls of Mandos. See if it takes it.
In.
Do we all have to do it again?
Maybe not
Nothing. So
necessarily
nothing
again
happens
with the blood.
Okay. All right. Well, then Taria will step back up to the door and put her hand on it. Take another deep breath. This one seems harder than the last one. And she says, I am frightened all the time.
Blood goes in.
Beery approaches. Places his hand on the door. What the hell is he gonna say? Oh God, what's he gonna say?
What's Barry's deepest fear?
Yeah, do that one. Do that one.
That one. I can never lose someone again.
Secret, Barry, that is a statement.
Oh, a secret. I don't miss home.
Oh.
Blood goes in. Alowith.
Yeah, he puts his hand on the door, and he says, I killed my brother. Sure.
The door slides open. And what you see in front of you are 9 black-robed figures standing upon an altar.
We did say they were in here.
Yeah, they were.
And from the corner of this enormous cathedral-like room, you begin to hear the tinkling of a little bell.
I knew it. I knew that was coming next. Oh.
And that,
Yes.
where we are going to end
I was like, where's the bell? Where's fucking bell?
this episode of Unpredicted
We're
Party.
so screwed.
Oh,
my
God,
God,
we're
so screwed.
What if we just close the door real quick? What if we just
No,
close the
hold
door
on.
real quick?
Wrong
I was
spot.
just looking for the bathroom. We were like, wrong room. Sorry. Continue.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Can we, if I take a fear shit and smear that on the door, will it close it again?
You're gonna need like 6 Gandalfs in a row for that one.
Wow.
Oh, God.
Bollocks.
Thank you all so much for joining us. We'll have a very brief Unpredicted after party. Apologies, we've all got real life things to do for the rest of this week.
Yeah.
So thank you all so much for joining us. Join us on Patreon, patreon.com/DonMarshall72. Players, thank you so much for solving my puzzles. I did lean into the cliches, and Zach, you did very well
Nailed it.
with that insight, but wow, nicely done, all of you. That was top notch. All right.
The worst escape room.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, seriously.
God.
We'll see you all in 2 weeks, Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, that next Monday at 7 a.m., wherever podcasts are. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.